frame. You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast. No, I lost my confidence in that sentence.
That's okay.
You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
There's no Niall because he's got visitors. And it's
Ah,
me, Brian. And we are here talking about the anime that aired October 24th to October 31st, 2025. Starting with Spy Family Season 3, Episode 41, Behind the Scandal, Path to an Imperial Scholar. Those are the two stories we've got.
hmm.
They're kind of filling in time until
Yeah.
sort of the big story starts coming in a couple of weeks.
The main plot is kind of is down the pipe. But what I do like about it is it's obviously filling in the world a little. In both cases, but also it's doing some of our background characters. In the case of the handler, and then Mr. Harrison. I always forget his actual name.
Henry.
Oh, we're on first name basis, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear. But yeah, I like that. Like it just kind of filling in the world, and that's more so in the part one where it's actually like talking about the wider things happening in this Cold War.
Yeah, it's kind of like the punchline to Lloyd's flashback because we get at the end of it is like
Yeah,
you've slept off how you were feeling. Uh, your
yeah. The
nightmares.
handler
So
has
now,
to step up because this mission would be a mission for Twilight, but I hear he's so overworked he fainted in his own house. So we should probably handle this one and give him the day off, and then treat him harder after the fact. Being the punchline, yeah.
yeah. So there's an opera singer from Ostania who's going to travel to Westalis, but he is surrounded by scandal and a death threat.
Because it's the
Um,
initial thing of like, oh, if this would be a cultural exchange between the two, and he's excited that, and maybe the hands of peace will come together through art, and it's like, yeah, but I hear his mistress tells me that he has a bunch of other affairs, and it's just like, all right, all the rags are in on it, and it's from the point of view of like us watching this news kind of cycle happen, but also from the point of view of Wise, who are well, they're monitoring the situation, except for the new kid who's like he's been there 2 years, Mister 2 years, who's kind of like, can you believe this fucking guy? What a piece of shit! And it's like you believe everything you read in the tabloid. You know, it's like, come on, man, that's a government-controlled newspaper. Don't read that shit. She's trying to get him in line, but he's very naive. And the thing she gets reminded of several times over is like Twilight was initially, which ties into our flashback. This guy is where Twilight was like after joining with Wise.
yeah. Yep. And there's the death threat comes from a security guard who we learn has been like he's he's taken it upon himself to cleanse the country as some sort of vigilante. He's somebody who was in the army and clearly got PTSD, I assume, from the
You would assume
wars.
a combination of PTSD, but also he was a true believer in the cause, and the fact that the war isn't on means he's like, well, something's fucking wrong. Then I am the hero of justice. Like the propaganda got to him
Yeah.
and stuck with him.
But Wise step in with help of the sort of kebab, who's the agent who's been monitoring the situation and runs a kebab store. Um, and Sylvia just hitting this guy with her belt repeatedly.
Yeah, but in the background so that the government doesn't get wise to
Yeah.
this situation because they don't want to call off this thing. This is a good thing for their mission of maintaining peace.
And
Yeah,
then the punchline is that, oh no, those rumors were all true. He's probably defecting because he doesn't want to come back because one of his mistresses was the wife of a
of a mafia don
mobster.
or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, yeah, and it's just like, oh no, he probably is going to defect. Like, but I mean, like that.
yeah.
It is what it is, kid. That's just the way it goes.
Uh, and then Path to Imperial Scholar is Anya's waiting for the school bus, and Henry is worried that Anya is going to be like the other children who just earned the Tonitrus bolt and needs a confidence boost. So he's like asks her to help him take some things to his office, and gives him a chance to talk to her. But Annie seems very confident. He's like, "Oh my goodness, what's she's? Nothing for me to do here. She's so much self
There's a great
assured."
combination between his internal narration. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm being a good educator. I'm stepping in, like her bus is late, so I'm gonna help her out and I'm gonna boost her confidence. And I'm this is not being harsh, Mr. Teacher. I'm gonna be nice fucking friend guy you can turn to. And her hearing this in her head is like, oh shit. He thinks I should be mad. That fucking it's like I
Well,
should be
first of
upset.
all,
It's like, yeah.
she'd forgotten that she'd got the vault. Is the first part.
Yeah.
Um,
Supremely confident child. Yeah. So
but then
she's like,
it
oh
is,
yeah.
yeah, it is kind of the sort of she's going to behave like she's lost confidence for Henry's benefit. It's kind of like where it's like, well, I kind of know Santa doesn't exist, but I'm going to carry on pretending that I think Santa's existing because my parents seem so
Yeah.
into it.
It's one of those we haven't actually we've gotten a few bits, but we haven't got a really good example of Anya just trying to direct the conversation with the intelligence of a child and the wit of a child, and just there's just like I can manipulate him, and him constantly thinking is like, oh, so she is she her confidence has been rocked by this, okay, and then it's like, no, it hasn't, and then it's like, oh, I'll ask her this kind of thing, and like her constantly getting it wrong despite being able to read his goddamn mind as to what
Yes.
he wants in a given situation.
I mean,
Uh,
it's not helped by the bit where he's lying to himself about Donna Schlag's intent, where he's like giving what he he's like, well, this is the public intent as to why she's so strict, but then
He's
he,
giving them a kick up the
yes,
arse so that they kind of like get straight in line. It's not
yes,
that having
yeah,
not having your hanky is like a Tantarus bolt offense. It's just like, oh, that's a little indication that would push you to straighten up and be a straight
yes,
shooter kind
but
of
then
thing.
she's
Yeah.
yeah, that's why she's doing it, and then you hears in the voice maybe. He says.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so it is bullshit that I got that. I fucking knew it.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
help it
yeah,
matters. Yeah.
yeah, because it makes that way it feels like Henderson's lying to himself on that point. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, it's the only way she can still be employed, and I can live with myself if I convince myself that's the reason why she's doing it.
The, for me to to believe in my place, the system needs to fucking work. Otherwise, it's chaos. It's like it is chaos, dude. But all right,
Um, yeah,
he
so we
walks
go
her
to
to
like,
the hall of like to his office of prior stellar scholars winners, and he's just like, yeah, all these people, and it's not just through education, it's through like being a good person, it's through academic or sports. There's multiple ways you can achieve it. See, this guy got what's the minimum you can get before you get expelled? He got the minimum amount of tantrus bolts. It's like, and he did all right. Look at him smiling there in his photo. He's great. So don't lose heart, kid. He's trying to be so nice, and he even had to entice her to do this by the promise of sweets, like tea cakes and whatnot. But
uh, yeah, so the Hall of Portraits are a lot of real people. Um,
mm, mm.
the wiki is telling me. Um, yeah, don't know. Is it is it the author that it ends on as the person who got six
He
bolts?
looks. I think it might be because he has kind of like a shit-eating grin kind of thing, which is a funny way to do it. Present yourself as the biggest failure as a success, that kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the cast of our three main characters are also amongst the
Mm.
portraits.
I presume like the portraits are like a version of some of their headshots or something like that, because these are all like the
Yeah.
nice photos, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and these yeah, and so yeah, she gets the lesson. She takes it internally because then when she gets home and sees how much Lloyd and Yor have been working, which is the having to do the extra work on Lloyd's
Having
part,
to do the
and
extra spy shit, having to fight a huge muscular man.
yes, and she's like, "Oh, I've got to work as hard as them," so asks Lloyd to help her with her homework, but Lloyd thinks, "Oh my goodness, she's got another bolt," and collapses.
uh yeah. It's tough in
Yeah,
the Forger
it's
house.
fun stuff. It's unfortunately I've not seen next week's episode yet, but I have seen the trailer for the episode 2 weeks time, and I was like, "Where?" And that trailer is the trailer for what is probably the best arc. in the comic so far.
Hmm, hmm,
Yeah, and the kind of you kind of now gone, oh, I mean, it was knew it was coming, but when you see the trailer, you're like, yeah, I'm getting excited because that's a really good arc.
hmm.
Because it's the one I feel where everything starts pulling together.
Yeah, really coalesce as well. Hmm,
Yeah, and obviously we get a brand new character who gets her own arc later on.
hmm, hmm.
There we got Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider, episode 4. Who is the strongest Kamen Rider? In which would you believe it would mean another weirdo? um,
We need to finish off last week's confrontation in the gym supply room, which ends really fucking quickly and violently, which I was very happy with. I was just like, oh yeah, that's resolved about as well as you can, because obviously the our kid spying this thing happening is like, holy shit, is something incredibly sexy about to happen? And I feel like they're both the ladies' tits like inflate as this fucking scene goes on. Like that seems to be the fucking way of it. Are we seeing it from his eyes? Am I going crazy? But
yeah,
you know,
I mean, at least it doesn't do the thing the comic does, which is it sort of is Yukarisu is the
yeah,
shocker soldier. Yeah, the comic has like an end page splash saying, well, she technically won on the bust size contest, but then telling you their
no, no, no.
measurements. Yeah,
But,
the
also, in fucking correct, because how are I always fucking forget her name. How tackle two wins is she like takes a punch to the face, but like it barely grazes. It bleeds her nose, but it doesn't really do any damage. So she kind of like leans back into it. Essentially, catches her arm with her tits and does the fucking flip. Like it's just that her arm is enveloped in tits, but it is the flip that she tends to do. And I was like, so her tits are the winners because they are battle worthy.
yes, the comic tells us they're 1 centimeter smaller. Um,
That's the muscular. That's the
yes,
muscle.
the comic
Yeah.
is far more obsessed with boobs than
I mean, this is
the
fairly
cartoon
obsessed with boobs
is.
as it goes on, but yeah, okay, fair enough. So that means that she has to text our hero, who's kind of like, oh shit, I got a message, and essentially she needs him to pick up this unconscious shocker trooper and take her to meet the restaurant owner, going like, hey, your girlfriend's in shocker, and he's like, fucking what? Yeah. They initially meet in like a car park, but then they move to like a public park, I think, is how it happens.
Yes, and then
Hmm.
he's going to tell you some more flashback story.
Speed it up this time, get to the fucking meat of it. He gets to the meat of it pretty quick. I'll give him that. Like,
Yes, where the family, the grandfather and the
he was staying over his
kids.
granny and grandma's, and randomly, Japan's Bonnie and Clyde bust in the door saying like,
Yes,
tie them up, that kind of shit. Uh, which works pretty well, except for they're incredibly unorganized.
yes. They also haven't taken account to the fact that the grandmother is the giant hag from Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, that was a good bit. I was hoping there was more to that, besides because giant muscular old lady was like, this is cool as shit, but
Oh, the
doesn't
fucking
go too
rake
far
in
because it's
the shoulder blade.
and dragging him out by the rake. Um, is this
Yeah,
after?
so
No, this is after he's been like he's shown his shocker as well, isn't it? That she drags him out.
no, no, he's just said he's shocker. Uh,
Okay, okay. Oh no, he did, because he assaults the grandpa, and then he has to do the she shocker
that's
thing
it.
to
Yes, and then he
fight a
returns back.
child,
And then he
because
returns
the
back to normal. Yes.
because
Yeah.
the older brother has got some moves even as a child. But if you got electric punches, you can beat up a child. Not legally, but like physically.
But unfortunately for grandmother, uh, Batman has been sent to
Man bat. Wait, no, that's no good. We don't have that one either. Shit, we're in trouble.
take care of this rogue uh, soldier of Shocker, and ends up killing Granny, Grandad, and the Bonnie and Clyde.
Hmm.
And then the older brother shows up, and he is super into Kamen Rider V3. And so him and Tajima get into an argument over which Kamen Rider is the best, and they're gonna have
Because
a
he
fight
realizes
about
that
it.
this guy, because he does the fucking Kamen Rider henshin fucking thing perfectly, except then he puts on a little plastic mask and he's like, okay, you're you seem like you got the moxie. Who's the strongest? Like, and it's like children arguing. It's like, who's the best? Well, go beat up. You know, that kind of fucking shite. But between two grown men who are willing to fucking punch in order to prove their point.
Yes. Oh, and a grown woman who also wants to fight this guy.
Yeah. Like the fight's slightly interrupted by a man going like, I've actually trained in a bunch of martial arts in order to be able to jump fucking 50 feet into the air, spin around, and fly down doing a kick. So like all you've done is punched wood in the woods. You're self-taught, and it's like that's not going to cut it. And she's like, all right, I'm going to step in. He's like, no, no, no. Let me fucking fight him first. I got to prove my point first. That first Kamen Rider, best Kamen Rider, is his point. Yeah.
um, but then Big Brother's going to decide he needs to kill the girlfriend because she's a member of Shocker.
She's been asleep on the park bench for this entire scene, and she
Oh
just
yeah,
kind
they
of wakes
covered
up in
her
the
up
middle of the
because they were,
fight.
because they covered her up knowing that, oh my goodness, if my brother sees her, he's going to try and kill her.
It's gonna flip his lid. So yeah, he's very concerned. It's like, holy shit, it's Shocker. I fucking knew it. I've trained all my fucking life to do this. And he's like, no, brother, I love her. She's my girlfriend. And he's like, fucking what? Fucking say that fucking again. And she's like, yeah, yeah, say that again. Go on. And he's like, yep, I love her. She's my girlfriend. And she's like, oh man, that sucks that I gotta call in the guys to eliminate you because you know I'm Shocker now. But I do love you back, boyfriend.
Um, but that's fine because now they've got loads of Shocker guys to fight, which I'm
All of those
sure.
Shocker sleeper agents, like it starts with a dude at like an Odin stand, like just like it's like, hey, Dash and Diner. It's like, no, no, he's got a mission. All these dudes just dropping whatever they're doing in their lives to show up in the park for a beatdown, basically.
Yes. And it's not creepy that he's dating a schoolgirl because she's not really a schoolgirl. She's some sort of created at adulthood woman who's pretending to be a schoolgirl.
Sure.
Sure, that's the story they're sticking to.
Like he didn't know if she was she pretending in school to be in school just for that scene, or was she actually in school? I don't know. But
We
she's
don't
also
know.
pretending to be a regular human and not a member of Shocker. So yeah.
Yeah, because her job was to keep an eye on him because he'd seen
Anyone who'd
Shocker as a
seen Shocker,
child.
yeah. And it's like
Um,
eliminate them and anyone they know that will be in the know. And you guys are all that. And she's saying this like tears streaming down her eyes because she's like, oh man, he admitted he loved me and I love him. And it's just like, well, gotta kill him though. That is why I'm here. I fell in love with him on the job, but what can you do? The work's the
yeah.
work.
Well, I think she can't stop herself is the other thing
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the
Compelled to
programming.
do this.
Yeah. Uh,
Your man is very competent as a Kamen Rider guy. He's just in the motorcycle gear thing. He doesn't do any transformation beyond that. But I appreciate that because he's like, I spent all my life training in martial arts in order to kill Shocker. And when when one lady like gets changed in front of him and then gets changed again, he's just like, holy shit! Like again, he has that emotional maturity of it's like a lady boobies. Yeah, he's also a fucking dipshit, like everyone else in this
yeah.
cast.
So, because I now realize what the part of the first story is, why it's a couple, is
Hmm.
that's to tell you in the narrative that the Shocker combatants can break their programming through love.
Yeah,
So he's gone rogue because he's got this girlfriend who then becoming hit and run bank robbers.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so that's to tell you, oh, so she could probably break from Shocker through um which one is Ichio is the younger brother? Yeah, Ichio is the younger
yeah.
Ichio's love in a similar way, but obviously that's going to then lead to Shocker trying to hunt her down and kill her,
Hmm.
like the guy at the start of the middle of this episode. Because a lot of action in this one. This kind of makes up. It looks great when there's action. It looks less
Yeah.
great when there's no action. But
I
there is a
like
lot
it's
of
still
action in this
funny
one.
when there's no action,
Yeah,
but yeah. And
yeah.
Ichio even managed to get a move in of doing a flip on his brother to protect his girlfriend, kind of thing. So it's like, okay, so he also can fight to some extent. We haven't seen the full extent, not like these two dudes just baiting into each other for a good portion of the episode.
Um, yeah, because I guess it's Leiden films who have the reputation of being fine. Uh, we
Hmm.
watch detectives these days are crazy. Was the last thing we watched of theirs.
Yeah,
Uh, which again is you'd never recommend it for being dazzling animation, but it does the job.
It is fun. You're having a good time. Like, yeah.
Uh, and then it's Ranma 1/2, episode 16, naval engagement. Talking of things which do the job. This one, I was like, am I misremembering the first season having more exciting animation, or
Mm,
was I just excited to see Ranma? Because there is some exciting stuff in this episode, but there's also a lot of sort of uh time saving, shall we say,
the
scrolling
big
past.
splashy things that aren't like actually doing much, or are
Yeah,
trying to look big and splashy. Yeah.
but I think what it does to make itself look, it makes itself look visually interesting when it's not doing anything animation wise special,
Mm,
because it does that thing which is obviously it's doing the thing that Vigilantes did, but with manga aesthetics
mm.
of like breaking and turning in momentarily into a comic, or using visual sound effects
Yeah,
as
yeah.
items within a scene. And
Ranma
oh,
getting covered in the word Baka over and over again because it's
yes,
literally been dropped on his head. Yeah.
the other thing it's got going for it is all those Rumiko Takahashi uh, fashion designs that she did over, well, about 40 years ago at this point.
Mm,
Which, yeah, they just hop straight onto the screen pretty well.
mm.
So from the sisters to the dad's swimming costume to Cologne's swimming costume, there's a lot of good looking character design stuff in here. But also,
Like
there's a fight with a
a different.
shark, which is really fun.
Yeah, a different show would have done like just in enhancing the tits and ass fucking aspect of having the beach episode. This was like, no, they've actually got
Yeah.
like their own design stuff. That's nice. And the other thing I like about the shark is they didn't keep it semi-realistic shark. It became a very cartoony shark at several points, and I was like, that's fine. Okay, don't go too
Yes.
serious with it.
And it's also from watching both Tojima and from watching too much One Piece. It was like,
Hmm.
oh, it's nice to see some what look like normal human bodies in, in swimming costumes for a change.
Yeah, that's fair as well. I mean, with the exception of the granny, obviously, because
With the
the old
granny,
lady.
who is she's so old, she's become tiny.
Hmm. Like a shriveled nut. Yeah.
Yeah, so the setup here is there's like a watermelon smashing competition to begin with, which the prize is a kiss from shampoo, but Rambo will
Passionate
get
kiss.
a bonus prize of the Phoenix pill. And at the start, it's just like a load of horny young men and Ranma still in girl form, but wearing a swimsuit, which
And the
has the word
misunderstanding
boy
of
across the top.
so you know he's a boy. It's written on his fucking girl swimming costume. But yeah, so and we also have your other one kind of here in the back end of it where Ranma's joining this contest to give a passionate kiss to Thing, and she's like, So you got a little jealousy thing in there.
Yes.
It's mostly for comedy rather than misunderstanding, so that's grand.
Yes, because then the dads join, a caddy joins, Cologne joins, even the prize joins, Shampoo joins in the contest as well.
There's no rule that says I can't give myself a passionate kiss. It's like I guess that's true, but yeah,
Well, she's there to try and make sure Ranma wins.
yeah, yeah.
But it all kind of falls apart as everyone gets their melons smashed. And instead, it becomes a duel between Cologne and Ranma after Cologne lures Ranma into false sense of security, thinking that he's got the better of this old lady. So they make a deal where if Ranma wins, he gets the pill. And if Cologne wins, then he has to marry her great granddaughter.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, once this deal is made, she gets suddenly much stronger again.
Yeah, she was faking how good you've improved from you fool.
Yes. And then she's running around on the surface of the sea, which is my favourite joke. And I'm going, oh, yes, old martial arts experts like her. It looks like they're running on the surface of the sea, but they're sort of balancing on a twig. And then she comes up and she's balancing on the back of a friendly shark. Uh,
That's a shark, yeah.
yeah.
And
Um,
not only can she like ride the shark like a surfboard, but she could use the secret shark fist, which is that's a pretty cool effect. Like it's like a Hadouken that comes out like a shark, but made of
yes.
water. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ranma has a cunning plan, and that is to strap Shampoo to his back um, as a way of helping it fight the great grandmother. And Shampoo's all for this, but she doesn't
Hmm.
realize this is a ploy because he's just going to leap straight into the water, turn her
Yeah.
into a cat,
E-
and
Even
start
the
the cat
granny was
fist.
thinking, "That's like, I'm not going to hold back just because you got my granddaughter strapped to your back." And it's like, oh, because I need you to turn into a cat so I can freak the fuck out and get the secret cat fist.
But all he does to begin with is freak the fuck out until so Caddy has to grab hold of the pair of them and basically rub Shampoo in his face until he
Well,
turns into a
initially
cat.
she jumps in to try and save him, and everyone's like, "Can she swim?" It's like, no, she cannot fucking swim. So Ranma has to save her, and she has to save him by like smushing a cat into his face, which works. Sorry, I keep referencing Snake and Eagle Shadow. It's my favorite version of like Cat Claw of thing, but it is very much so fun the way he keeps rearing up like a cat.
He,
His
oh,
physicality changing is really
Ye
good.
yeah, and when he brings and the fights and then bringing the shark back to the shore and playing with it like he's a cat.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and everyone on the beach freaking the fuck out.
yes, because the shark's still alive.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
until a caddy calms the cat. Everyone's frightened for her, but she now seems a lot more fine with petting Ranma this way after the last time.
It is
I
an
guess.
acceptable form of physical contact with the guy who you probably like. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, all throughout this episode, there's been plenty of a caddy going, I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Hang on, somebody else is interested. I'm going to get angry at Ranma rather than the other person who's interested in him.
Yeah, and they play it off really well. Like, and they do things like when she dives in to save him, they that's a very realistic kind of like leaning back and going in dive. So like it's got the sway motion of it really down, but then goes immediately into comedy shenanigans. Like, so it kind of plays up the thing of like, no, her feeling of jumping in to save him was real, but also we're playing this for laughs. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and Cologne amidst defeat gives the pill to Ranma. Uh, and then we see Ranma in the bath trying to ponder how he's going to thank Akane, but he's saying it out loud, and Shampoo mistakes it for what he's going to say to her and leaps into the men's bath with him, which then sends him crazy because there's a cat in the bath. And yeah, I think the oldest sister has to like have a word with Shampoo. You can't keep leaping into the men's bath. Put a
It's
stop
not
to that.
appropriate. This is a public bath. Like you can't be doing that.
Um, that's kind of where we end it. And then next week we skip ahead 10 chapters, I think. So I think there's like
Okay.
two entire arcs of either getting moved elsewhere or just being skipped entirely. I think you can. It's one's like a Ranma and Ryoga arc, and then one's another sort of faux martial arts contest arc. We'll see whether they show up elsewhere, but I think they want to get to. Obviously, they got Ukio is in the opening credits, who we wouldn't get to
Yeah,
unless you skip some stuff. And
I've seen like they have it looks like a baker's pan for they keep like
yeah,
using that. Yeah, yeah.
and then obviously the other character who is alluded to in this episode as part of the reason why Cologne is happy to like give the pill to Ranma is because this is like the first time in was it 30 or 50 years she said that she'd seen the cat fist performed so splendidly.
Yeah, yeah. Like she hasn't been pushed to the brink like that in a
Yes.
long time kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that is alluding to the other character who'll be showing up
Hmm.
probably in 2 episodes' time. I say, unless they rearrange those other stories. He's in the opening credits. You can easily guess who it is.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Um, I think they kind of using some of the chapter titles from the old Viz translation. I think both
Hmm.
this one and the previous one were. I think the previous one was even used for like the VHS tape releases
Oh,
that
okay,
Viz
yeah.
did.
I mean, they're good puns, so why not reuse them? Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Then we've got Digimon Beat Break, episode 4, Family. I know I joked about it being Fast and the Furious last week. Turned out kind of was.
Yeah, to its benefit, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, God, I can't remember these characters' names yet. Apart from
Yeah,
Gekomon, the
Gekomon, I'm
ones.
grand. Like Lynxmon, listen. I'm also going to forget the various forms. That's the other
Yes,
thing. Like, because each of these
Wolvermon.
characters has
Yeah, it's the humans
they
are
got a
hard.
baby form, regular form, big form. Like, and beyond that, like they're probably going to have a couple other ones. And I'm just going to be like, ah, Jesus.
Yeah, so basically, this episode is about Tomura and Reina's relationship in Glowing
Hmm.
Dawn. Uh, they aren't getting along. Uh, Reina thinks that Tomora's not thinking about the rest of the Glowing Dawn. He's only thinking about his ill brother.
Yeah,
Um,
because they're taking on a mission, and he's like, I'm not interested in any mission that doesn't further my own goals. And she's like, you have to work with us, dude, right? Like that's the way it is. This is how we earn our living, basically. So this is
um,
why the government doesn't hunt us down, delete our Digimon, and lock us up. Like it's like we have to do these missions. That's part of the fucking package.
yeah, and Kyo's sort of standing back in this episode and on this
He
mission.
says he's got something to do, but he might have literally nothing to do. He's just trying to make sure they get along a bit better by stepping
Yeah.
out of it.
Uh, yeah, and so they've got there's this, is it a Macmon? Is that what the creature's called? Um,
Yeah, but they pronounce like they say Mac, but because it's obviously a Japanese person pronouncing it, I assume they say match or something like that. They pronounce it differently, but it is Mac because it's a motorbike
yeah.
and speed and
Uh,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, it's a motorbike Digimon that he's stealing. We eventually learn is stealing semiconductors
Hmm.
from trucks, because this is what opens on, is a guy getting a coffee, and then he sees a uh, a motorcyclist. Oh, classic motorcyclist. Why people being delinquent bikers these days? I think I had just been watching the a clip of the David O'Doherty interview with Richard Herring, and I was like,
Hmm.
because this guy almost looks like, if he was wearing shorts, he'd look almost exactly like David O'Doherty. Um, just in types of the windbreaker and hat
Hmm.
combination and facial hair. Um,
It might
yeah,
just
and
be an old dude look, to be fair, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, obviously that is kind of how I dress as well. But yeah, it comes along, slices the top of the truck up, and we that's where it ends. We don't see what it's trying to get away with till the end.
I
Uh,
like the little world building thing where an old fashioned motorbike, because again, like we saw in the last thing, your man has a diesel or a petrol powered car, which is like, why do you have that? We all have smart cars here in the future. But the actual highway that this highway crime's been done on is like there's like holograms that are kind of coming up, but they're like warning the dangerous driving ahead. Like there's a guy coming in oncoming traffic, so the actual road lights up in order to indicate this. But it's an automated van as well. It's AI or whatever driven van. And it is a semiconductor for the. I keep calling them eggs. They're like Tama, not Tamagotchis. Don't fucking say that. It's a different thing.
I mean, they're related.
The Digimon things were on eggs, so I get why they're doing it like that. Yeah.
Sapotama.
Sapotamas, yeah, it's semiconductors for that. So again, someone's stealing the means of production. And as we find out later, it's like, yeah, this guy's was essentially hired by someone else to do this, like as a. So it is someone's planning something, but again, we can't figure out what. But for the time being, it's just that the team has to work together, and the fact that our boy is sort of like not paying attention while this big action scene is
Yes,
happening.
he's not paying attention, and meanwhile, Gekomon is trying to steal all the glory for himself.
You need to work together, guys. It's apparently just like grabbing a motorbike with your tongue doesn't solve the problem entirely. You need to do a couple of other things, and so she has to jump in as the leader of this mission. She has to jump in and save him, and she does grand, but she rolls her ankle, and that kind of like messes her up. I like that because it's just such a simple way to injure yourself that I've done constantly. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, then she gets mad at him. He gets mad at her. He goes off to sit by the sea, and the one who's got the bat friend. Is that
Yeah,
Makoto?
it's kind of
Yeah, yeah, it's
yeah, going
Makoto.
out to
Yeah,
explain, all right, here's her deal, man. Here's her background. Like, like this to her, it's not just a job. This is her family because she didn't have nothing. Like this is the family she's made, kind of thing. It's really
y-
important to her, and she's accepting you as part of her family. So it's kind of fucked up what you're doing.
Yes, and she's getting a similar talk inside, because
Hmm.
they're basically very similar, which is why they're rubbing up against each other in a lot of way.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
they make up, and then they go back after the Macamon, and this time obviously, they end up in the mirror world. How does this fight end? I got interrupted by somebody coming to the door.
God, I'm trying to fucking remember now. It is them working together on a plan and that kind of shit. I remember that fucking much because they're all like doing distinct parts. Like we need to find out where the is a trainer in Digimon, the partner, whatever it is. We
They
need to
call
find
it
the guy
owner here, don't they? Because they've got to find
owner
the owner is what they're trying
because
to do.
you own the egg, but like they'll probably go towards partner and that kind of shit later. Yeah, yeah. Uh, and it's like taking him out with the bat and like it's a combination of it's more the combo than the actual just Gekkomon just going in and messing up Wolvermon's shot by just constantly jumping in the way of missiles and shit.
No, yeah, that did remind me a bit of doing GTA Online missions with randos. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to do like one shot headshots with my pistol here. You just keep on walking in front of me on eye line, uh,
Mm,
which is very much what Gekkomon's doing
yeah.
in the first fight. But yeah, he's a little chaotic. I do like Gekkomon a lot though, even though he is one of these characters who has an annoying phrase he says at the end of sentences.
Yeah, what does he say yeah at the end of a sentence or what does he say?
It's a bit,
Is it,
yeah, so yeah.
yeah. One thing I like of that when they start working together towards the end of the episode, like his becomes a thing to punctuate his trainers sentences, that kind of thing. I was like, oh, so like he's saying a thought and you're finishing it with, that kind of thing. It's like it worked a little better than when he's saying it to the thing Gekkomon is saying, that kind of way. It like they were more in sync, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, and then they all get a big slap up meal of meat, of which Gekkomon eats far too much of Tomaro's, and so everyone ends up giving him some of their meat, and he's like, "No, no, no, this is too much meat. I don't need this much meat." Um, but they're all
because that's the
family
other thing they point
now.
out. Like Gekkomon is actually like him in a lot of ways because he also
Yes.
likes to eat, but he's just like I'm too cool. It's like yeah, but you do like eating. You're just not a chaotic little gremlin.
Yes, because you also get the detail of Pristymon likes to smell tea, um,
Yeah. Like something the tea
which
poured is like, ooh, chamomile. It's just like because you don't drink it because you're a digital monster. You don't actually consume things like Geckomon, which is weird that he does that. Mm.
yeah, and Kugamon's like, well, that's a weird way to appreciate tea. Meanwhile, Kugamon is enjoying lots of scratches from Kyo, like a
Yeah,
gigantic cat.
it's almost like you guys have beyond being a digital thing. It's like no, you have physical sensations that you're fond of. So don't judge other people's shit, man.
Yeah,
uh,
and it still looks really great. That's the other
yeah.
thing has to be said. It's this looking good. I did watch. I don't know what. The problem is of One Piece taking breaks. I can never quite sure when I watch the latest episode what week it aired on. They're now
Sure. Yeah.
deep into the Vegapunk giving his talk.
Good.
Uh,
Okay.
but there was some, which is obviously it's a lot of fun because we're checking in on all the other characters hearing us across the world. But we do get
Mm.
this episode had like a bit of the it had the confrontation between the weak members of the crew fighting Saturn,
Yeah.
um, which had got a decent bit of flair to it. Then we've got Noble Farmer season 3, episode 5, Butter, in which we learn a lot of facts about milk production and how it's like making a comic book. Um,
It's like again from a person who came from a farmer background who makes comics. I guess you would make that that kind of correlation. When people shouting at you, it's like, "Where's the butter?" It's like, no, we're in summer. There's not much water. The cows are dehydrated, so not making much milk, so we can't make much butter. It's like, "Where's the butter?" It's like, "Where's the manuscript?" And again, it's her editor who's there in the room with her currently as she's
Yes.
telling her this story, like yelling at her. And it's like when you yell at me because you're an asshole and you're fucking mean to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many jokes in this episode. This does feel like
It
somebody
is
who works at
butter
wo
filled with
yes,
butter fact filled. Yeah.
yes. It felt like somebody who works on a dairy farm, one taking their opportunity to get it off their chest of what the general public need to know about butter production.
Yeah, so you can stop fucking complaining is basically
Yes.
the impression I got of this, which is funny in its own fucking right, like as an extra kind of layer.
Yeah.
The only thing I knew about butter production, we did that thing actually where you shake the I think it's
Yeah.
heavy cream is better to do. We didn't do the
Yeah.
shaking it under ice because I was like, no, that's just torture. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah. We did it at primary school. We made butter at primary school, which is essentially what the last segment is how to make your own butter. Butter.
I butter. I know the other thing I know of butter, and I can never get it out of her, and I probably never will. But the I know that my mum from being on I think her granny's farm is was so disgusted by the process of making butter she's never eaten butter since. She didn't deny it does, but it was just like she doesn't. She's like, I don't fucking fuck with that shit. So I was just like, okay, I really want to know what was the horror story. I'm never going. It's too gross apparently. So yeah.
I was fine seeing it, mate, and yeah, if it wasn't for
I'm gonna guess there was something else involved in it. Like, did she saw a bit of cow shit in it or something like that? Like, I don't know. I
that's
don't know.
definitely possible. That
Yeah,
is, yeah, um,
something that'll put you off it. Anyway, yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I was in Aberdeen at the university when the guy there, Hugh Pennington, was having he'd just come back from being on the BBC News because some old gran in Scotland had sent, I think it was cheese rather than butter to school and given a load of children E. coli.
Oh, we're probably gonna get a cheese episode. Hey, that's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, possibly. Maybe we'll get an E. coli episode. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
then we got Ganglion episode 5. I think it was Father's Day present. I couldn't remember if it was just
Father's Day
Father's Day
gift
or
is what I've written.
Father's Day gift.
Same
That's it. Yeah.
same translation essentially. Yeah.
We're on a new evil scheme of the Ganglion Corporation. They've built giant pump robo, which is a robot who just stands in the river and pumps water to flood Tokyo.
Oh no, he's standing in the sea, so he's gonna
Oh,
pump
see,
seawater
yes,
into the
that's
fucking
it.
into the middle of the city. Now, pump robo that you fucking filled up with seawater, you're gonna pump it into town and just make a mess of the place. Most of their things, it's not even environmental damage. It's like, ooh, release pollen. Everyone hates that. Would you like seawater in the middle of town? No, thank you. It's not the most evil thing in the world, but apparently they're gonna take over the world by this. Yeah.
Yeah, and Asobe at the start has been given a present by his unseen son for Father's Day. It's a giant cardboard fist to help him defeat Hope Man, which
Oh,
he's
it's not
taken
just
with
a
him.
fist. It's like it's a spiked gauntlet. It's made of cardboard. Like the paint job is great in it, but you can see like the corrugated cardboard sides to
Yes,
it, kind of thing. Yeah,
yeah. This is the this as a short. I think they because it's a short they've taken their time on. There is that great
yeah.
level of detail of like yes, the seeing the corrugation of the cardboard, seeing like the detail on the packed lunches that Asobi's job appears to be to lay out to lay out the dinner for all these subordinates.
Once we get defeated by the hero, like this will be the fucking lunch. Like the halftime thing. To hand out the orange slices, that kind of thing. Like just getting everything
Yes.
fucking organized. Yeah,
And but
it's an important job. So,
Colonel Shadow has
mm.
asked for 4 packed lunches for himself.
Which is probably why you're so fat, Colonel Shadow. I'm just fucking saying, you only need one lunch.
Yeah, so as
Yeah.
Hope Man immediately shows up, Colonel Shadow decides, "Okay, you guys, you deal with this. I'm legging it. Have you got
Like
those
he
4
he
packed
leaves
lunches?"
immediately as well. Hope Man shows up in like one of those safety motorbikes with like the cover, like that
Yes.
Toriyama bike design, which is great. But also, it does establish like a dude driving like a little smart car down on the docks for no reason, just so Hope Man can do a fucking stunt off of him
Well, no, he'd be there.
to take out his
What
mobile.
was he doing? Was he dealing with the? I think it was the rental of the jetty, wasn't it? I think it was rent
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right.
because
You're right.
they were
So he
making
was just
sure that they put Ganglion Corp on the invoice as to who to
yeah,
charge it
yeah.
to. Yeah, I do like how Colonel Shadow running away still gets in time to badmouth all the other workers of the company.
All those guys are pieces of shit. You're great because you provided me 4 lunches. Like I sure did, sir. Here you go.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, those guys from those trash universities are just useless, and the guys who come straight out of high school are cowards. And to be fair, we then cut across to them, and that seems an accurate description.
I mean, most of them, I would say, sensibly, aren't getting hit by Hope Man's motorbike. They're just jumping straight into the fucking into the sea. And I was like, yeah, that's the better option. Like, that's the one I would
Yeah,
take.
but how easily the robot is destroyed, it's amazing.
Oh, like immediately. Yeah, yeah,
Its head comes off from what is essentially a moped hitting it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, add speed and flying, but like, yeah, and no, even if you make that moped do an Akira slide, it still doesn't look cool. It's a fun design, but it's not like a cool design. Yeah.
Yeah, and it ends with Asobe looking at the glove in the bag,
Look at
pondering.
the men who are like going like, "Oh, we've all been injured or have jumped off the dock," and looking in the bag. It's like, should I give the fist a go? Kind of thing. It's that seems to be what's going through his head.
That's our cliffhanger. Will he hit a superhero with a cardboard box? Um,
I would nearly love if the cardboard fist had the hope of children, which therefore can injure Hope Man. But I would prefer it if you just hit him with a cardboard fist as well. That's also good. Both are good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe that's how it's like, or maybe it's just maybe this entire situation is fucking stupid. Is also good. Yeah.
uh, I mean, the fact that this is directed by the guy who's going to be directing Akane Banashi is filling me with more confidence in that.
Yeah.
Um, which is just next year. I don't think it's got a date yet.
Okay.
Then finally, it's Sanda, episode 5, a typhoon in a snow globe. What interesting facts do we learn about this world this week? Well, we get the arranged marriages that we were hinted at last week, and we also learn that government are it is absolutely harebrained.
Yeah.
They are sort of preventing puberty from happening in children by forcing children to stay awake 24 hours at a time.
The with the supplements and the I assume puberty blockers and shit and the regular meals and the stuff that they're given, right? It's not going to affect them adversely that they don't have to sleep, right? But we are going to need you to lie awake in fucking bed for the period of time that you would be asleep and think about being young. Like just be young. It's so you're young for statistically longer and don't fucking
Yeah,
sleep. Just that's very you have
yes.
to go to bed, but you don't fucking sleep.
Yeah, it does make you start to think, are these characters actually the 14 years old that they think they are?
Or have they delayed aging to like a certain point and everything like that? And
Yeah,
that's obviously where we have to talk about our main girl who we actually get some like some other interesting stuff like where his potential wife has I think she's got
Nico.
potential written on her fucking shirt and you once kind of looking at her going like okay so you're looking forward to growing up and being an adult whereas I'm like she gets like the body this is it dysmorphia or dysphoria? I always mix those two up. But the idea,
Dysphoria. I did not.
yeah,
I get it mixed up as well, which is why I looked it up before we started the
thank you.
podcast.
I did look it up, but I always forget. I always mix the two terms up. But her kind of thing of just like, yeah, I'm tall and gangly, like I'm not thing, but she's still very childish. And the difference between her and a lot of people, she fucking loves sleeping, loves having a good long fucking sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Nico is she's the girl who was complaining about her boring fiance, who we of course discover is Sanda this episode.
Hmm.
Who then meanwhile he's like, oh my goodness, I can't have any feelings for children because I'm Santa. we get the lads from the Santa hunting division discussing the rumor they'd heard that if Santa falls in love with a child, he immediately has a heart attack and dies. Um,
It's basically like guys discussing like superhero powers and how they fucking work, which is is how Santa works in this world. So it's like what if we like, and your man's just like, guys, don't be fucking disgusting. Like, and also we don't know when it happens. Is when he falls in love with him, when he kisses him, when he fucks him, and he's doing the gesture, and it's just like, and they're like, dude, that's you're fucking worse. He's like, I'm not telling them. I know which child is Santa.
yes,
So that information is going to get me a sweet fucking bonus. And so, and then we kind of get to the thing of the school. This is still the start where he's it's like, hey, we got a new PE teacher, and it's this fucking guy, and he's got his tattoo,
yes, that's why
the
his tattoo's taped up. Yeah,
so he can disguise himself as a PE teacher, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna need to see you after fucking school, Sanda. And it's like, now we'll fucking do our confrontation. And it's like he throws on the jacket. It's like, oh, we're about to throw down, but he can't keep the Santa form, and he's like, and he managed to lay a punch in him as a child. He's like, oh fuck, I don't want to hit a fucking child. That's fucked up, man.
yeah,
And
and
then
that
he starts talking him like he starts, and he's like,
yes,
he points it out as like, I'm behaving like a fucking real adult
yes,
educator, like nice to kids thing, because I'm like, oh my god, you can't turn into Santa Claus. How does that make you feel? Like I'm sorry about that.
yes, because he's like, yeah,
Being a nice guy.
it's probably puberty interfering with your ability to change into Santa Claus. It's him, and so Amiya's here as well, which is the fun thing. It's like
Yeah.
he's
It's
included
like
in
it's
this.
all out in the open as to who knows who is Santa Claus or
But
anything. So
Yagiuna's problem is uh, that the headmaster has told him, if you do not catch Santa before the typhoon is over, I'm going to implant my 92-year-old heart in your body and
I had
you'll
an artificial
instantly
one put in so
age.
I can maintain my youthful fucking vigor. But you're gonna get my old man heart and be older, which is the worst thing you can be in this society. I assume it's also the typhoon. I don't know how, but the typhoon is interfering with Santa. Generally, I would have thought a typhoon would interfere with Santa with the delivering of presents, but in this world, that could mean something fucking else. This knock-on
Yes.
effect.
And I
So
think it's
yeah,
also like the sort of Nico starts to like him when she rushes out in the typhoon, and he chases after her, going, "No, this is dangerous. Get back inside." Whereas she
yeah,
takes it as, "Oh no,
a
you're as thrill
romantic
seeking
gesture.
as me," because it's
They're
again, it's
all
the
getting like wet in the rain. It's all sexy, and he's just like, "You're a child, and you will catch your death if you stay out here."
yes, but her thing is because I get it, a lot of this is about puberty at this point. It's like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
there's all the signs that she's about to become an adult, probably slower than it happens to somebody else later on in this episode. But
yeah,
she's taking advantage of the thing established earlier. Is essentially they know as children they can't get in trouble. So
yeah. You can literally kill someone, and you will get away with it because aging population. We need the fucking kids, man. We need these kids to turn into functional adults who will hopefully fucking have more people. Like that's why we set them up with a fucking partner beforehand. We just like just fucking get to it. We do not have time.
yeah, and then once she's established, oh Sandra, you're not as boring as I thought. Then she starts flirting in in teasing ways,
Yeah,
throwing pieces of paper
it's in
with
an
turds written
adolescent
on.
kind of way, but yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Also, yeah, she has no filter, which is very funny.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Which makes her mean, but also when she thinks that he's into her, she's like, "Oh, fucking all right." So it's as nice or mean as it is necessary. Like she doesn't fucking hold back. Yeah,
yes. Yeah, and she doesn't hold back when Fuyumura tries to intimidate her, and she just
we're just gonna use
throws,
size to intimidate me. It's like not gonna work, man. Yeah,
I'm just going to do impressions of you to throw it back in your face. And she's like, yeah, okay, if you're interested in Sandra, that's fine, because we'll eventually marry. So you, and yeah,
and even her saying is like we're not like we're set up to be together, but up until that, like we're free agents. So yeah,
yeah.
work away. Like I don't really
But then
care.
she says, I lied about seeing it. And I thought you were into women, not boys. And
She
Fuyumura
says
is,
I didn't know you swung both ways, so it's
yes,
a known quantity that she's gay, basically. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And Fuyumura is like, I don't know myself. And then that's where we start getting the flashbacks, and then and then the reveal when she's at the laundrette of, oh no, has
This is
not
her
been,
after having like a bit of body dysphoria, where about herself, and it's just like, what am I? It's like, am I like into girls? Like, and it's her
Yes. Am I a
questioning like a lot of things
child?
about
Am
herself.
I an adult? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sort of it's because a lot of this is also tied up in like the child adult crossover,
Yeah.
which is made literal and weird when we discover that one night Ono went to sleep and she woke up, puberty, all of puberty had happened to her in one go.
So she shows up at the laundrette, and it's like, "Oh my God, you're here! You're okay! I'm so happy to see you!" And it's like, "You're different. Like, you're like beautiful now. What's going on with that? Maybe it's because I haven't seen you in a while." And one's like, "Yeah," and it, like, mounts her, and it's like, "I'm gonna kill you with this knife." Every kid has access to fucking knives in this world. It's like, to maintain your youthful fucking thing, because one night, like, I was like, "Don't go to sleep because you turn into an adult, and I love you." And everyone's like, "Ah, but I love sleeping." So she's like, "Fuck it, I'll give it a go. I'll fall asleep." Ah, fuck! I woke up and puberty hit me like a ton of fucking bricks.
Also, one single wet dream turned her
That's,
into an
yeah. She
adult.
had a dream where they started getting had a raunchy dream about her friend, the girl that she fucking fell in love with. Like, and it's just like,
Yes,
ah, fuck. Like, and it's not drawn in like a pervy kind of way, but she's drawn more adultly after she fucking wakes up.
yes.
Yeah. And she doesn't want
Uh,
this to happen to her friend, that kind of thing. It's just that, I don't want you to have to turn into an adult, because the headmaster has said that if anyone turns into a fucking adult while going to my
before
school,
they
that's for
graduate, yeah,
for the graduate. Then that, oh, I'll be so fucking cross. And then obviously our main girl kind of saying, "It's just like, I don't fucking care if I turn into an adult. That's fine by me. Everything's fucking cool." The headmaster standing right behind me, isn't he?
yes.
It's like, yes, yes, he is.
She quotes Santa telling her that being an
Yes.
adult's nothing to turning into an adult's nothing to be afraid of. Even
Yeah.
though the first half of the episode has been Santa being afraid of turning into an well, no, he's afraid of he's got the opposite problem. He's like, I've prematurely become an adult, but I've
Yeah.
still got teenage feelings, and I shouldn't be
Yeah.
having those teenage feelings if I'm an adult.
Because when I'm a grown ass man with a grown ass penis, like, that's weird, and I don't like the idea of that. But it's also the thing of, he's also lamenting, is like, so that means I can't ever get with anyone, because, and it's like, you're from the Santa line. Clearly, at some point, some of the
Yes,
prior
and
Santas
Mrs.
fucked.
Yes, and Mrs.
A Mrs.
Claus.
Claus, yeah, has to have happened. So
I mean,
you're gonna be fine. Wait
I
till you
would love
graduate.
if
You'll be
that's
grand.
the ending. I would love if that's the ending. If
There's a Mrs. Claus
one of these
legend as
girls
well.
becomes a Mrs. Claus. Um, it
Yeah,
feels like it should be Nico at this point,
yeah, yeah.
because there is
I
some
thought
sort
it.
of attraction there, which is
There
why he's lost
is,
his
like, where
powers.
she's kind of realizing it, like, is it's like, oh well, I guess we actually get on in other ways. But like, I like how it deals with a lot of the body stuff in this, because it's dealing it through a really fucked up world, and like literally magically turning into a fully grown Santa Claus and shit. But it's actually like discussing it in a really interesting way of an exaggerated version of reality, an exaggerated version of people's fears about
Yes,
it. Yeah,
because they discuss in this. The thing you'll have noticed watching the previous 4 episodes is that uh, all students wear the same uniform. Um,
yeah. And
there's no
we said the last one, the bathrooms are divided between adult and child, not between
yes.
like girl and boy. Yeah, yeah. So it's the
Um,
division of age is the main thing, not the division of gender in this world. Yeah.
Yes, because that obviously that's the bit at the start where Sanders trying to assure himself that he's not into children by looking at his fat friend's tits.
That's such a good opener. It's like, all right, take off your shirt. And your man's like, okay. He's like, and he's kind of like blocking off his face and stuff. And they're like, I don't get a boner at all. This is fantastic. You're not attractive at all. Your man going like, I'm going on a fucking diet. It's just like, oh, come on. Leave that guy alone. He can't help it.
Yeah, so our cliffhanger is, oh no, the headmaster's here. What's he gonna do?
And has
Uh,
heard everything and has seen everything. And we just had a funeral for that child, but turns out that child is an adult before she's graduated. And he's cross, but again, his face has not changed, that kind of thing. Yeah.
yes, yeah, who can tell what his emotions really are until he says his words? Um, so yeah, see what happens next week. I mean, there's 16 volumes of this. I'm fairly certain they're not covering all of this in one core, so it may be.
Yeah.
And annoyingly, only 2 of them are out in English so far, so it's not like I can hurriedly
Ugh.
get a load of them to read after when this one finishes.
Yeah, because this has been really good.
It
Not,
is, yeah.
not surprising in terms of like the look of it, but like the world building, the plot, like the even the jokes are quite good. So
Yeah, that I think that's the key. If the jokes weren't there, it could be a depressing story. But
it could be overly dramatic or overly depressing, but it is like a bunch of idiots as well. So that's good. Yeah.
yes,
The principal
and
is threatening, but he's also fucking weird. You know that, like in a funny way. Yeah.
we do get Masako Nozawa voicing a character. I assume next episode. Um, uh, I believe that's a character who is not hiding their age. Um,
Hmm.
I think that's it. I didn't watch anything else out of the ordinary next week. Uh,
Did you watch some
next
of
ep-
those Star Wars ones? I still haven't
Oh, I did. I
watched the
watched
new
Star
ones.
Wars Black is the only one I've watched of those new Star Wars visions, and I highly recommend watching.
Okay.
It's the very last one because they clearly knew it was the best one. Um,
Okay.
it's Shinya Hira and a murderer's row of the best animators operating at the moment,
Okay.
and as far as it's all done to music, it's done to jazz,
Oh, excellent.
and it's fairly psychedelic. And what it appears to be is a story. My interpretation of it is that
Hmm.
it is uh, a stormtrooper who's dying on the Death Star 2, seeing his life flash before his eyes. Um, and it's fantastic. It's like, oh
Okay.
yeah, there's still juice in Star Wars. You just got to let really talented people do what the hell what the hell they like with it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean, like
that
we've said that before. Of just like it's a really good thing to go like, have you got an idea for like a western or a thing? It's just like just do it in here and let them off with it. Like, don't be concerned with the
yes,
lore too fucking much. Just have fun with the setting and the things you can do in the setting. Yeah.
yeah. I've not watched any of the others. I think the general commentary is that it's fine. The rest of it is, but
Mm,
I was looking like in various places because I was like, okay, because obviously I'm going to respond great to it, and
mm.
I suspect a lot of the anime fans are going to respond great to it. But it seems like Star Wars fans have responded great to it as well, and even the people who don't like it seem to say, "I recognise this is great, but it's not my cup of tea."
Okay,
Uh,
that's pretty good. Yeah.
so yeah, there's very few people who are down on it, so
Mm,
it's yeah, it's definitely worth a look. Um, yeah, and it's great in
mm.
itself, but there is that added frisson that it's great and it's Star Wars. It's like part of it is, oh, a Star Wars thing could look like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That is an option available to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, highly recommended. Everyone was those people. Well, I say everyone, but enough people were going crazy about it on Blue Sky for me to go. Okay, I should probably watch this.
Okay.
Um, and I did, and I enjoyed it. And I will. I think Niall's going to Last Blossom tomorrow as well. But
Okay.
we're going to see Last Blossom at Scotland Loves Anime in London, so we'll probably talk
Mm.
about that next week as well. Um, I'm also going to go to that Animate pop-up shop in Waterloo. It's my plan, so I shall probably have a load of old tut that I've
Excellent.
purchased. I understand it's lots of blind bag stuff, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
we will see. Hopefully, you know what sort of thing you're getting a blind bag of.
Vaguely what's in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct. 'Cause I saw somebody got a chains. They'd open up. It seemed to be all Chainsaw Man stuff. So I assume you can just go, "Oh, that's that thing I like." I've got the horrible suspicion that I'll go though, and it will be nothing I like.
Mm, mm.
uh, Whether it might be uh, a little too otaku-y, I would say, for my
Yeah. Yeah.
tastes. As opposed to here's some Mashal stuff or here's some One Piece stuff.
What if it's
Uh,
specifically something you dislike? That's the other option that might be
uh,
available.
yeah, I suspect that might be the case. We
Mm.
will say. I mean, I don't dislike Chainsaw Man, but I'm not a fan of the anime, so I don't necessarily want any of the anime stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Maybe if the movie had actually played in my town, I would have gone to see it because I would have known where. Unlike a lot of the reviews who were absolutely lost all the career.
The idea of them dipping into like there in Chainsaw Man is really fucking funny.
But
Yeah.
they've got to because it was the number one film, so it would be dereliction of duty not to go and see it.
Mm, mm.
But yes, it is. There's apparently there's no attempt made in the movie to bring you up to date.
Good. That's
Uh,
funnier. It's like just picking up a random
uh,
fucking issue of Chainsaw Man and trying to figure out what the fuck. It's
the
like, yeah.
first Gintama movie is funnier by having uh, bits at the start and the end acknowledging that the movie in the middle is not going to make sense to people
Okay.
if you don't follow the story. Uh, but those uh, particularly the opening part, I think, is funny enough on its own in that Gintama movie that
Mm.
it carried a lot of the people who didn't know Gintama along through the rest of the movie.
Just for the comedy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I believe it's less understandable than the Demon Slayer one was. We are getting the Jujutsu Kaisen compilation movie here though in my hometown.
Okay. Hmm.
Of which I don't really know what it covers. I mean, I've got me
It's hardly like the
pass.
flashback part, is it? Like just that part.
Uh, that was the uh that was the they've done zero. It's not Zero. It's another movie.
Yeah.
Execution. Jujutsu Kaisen Execution. What is all this jazz? It's a compilation film. Wikipedia. Synopsis: A veil abruptly descends over the busy Shibuya area amid the bustling Halloween crowds, trapping countless.
Oh, it's just the Halloween
Yeah,
fucking. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's the Shibuya incident, and then I'm
Mm.
looking here that quite possibly that it's probably also the start of the next season.
Okay, to get people hyped for the. Yeah. 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 Okay. Fair enough.
Uh, yeah, yeah. So that's not releasing in Japan until this week. So it's getting here very quickly to the
Mm.
UK, very quickly to Didcot of all places. Yeah, maybe I'll go and see it. We'll see what else is on that week.
Yeah.
Righty ho, that's it for another episode of Let's Go. We'll be back next time with more of the same. Goodbye.
Bye.